Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns.
Here we go.
Good. 180.
Pistol. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Hey, seam 6.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Mayfield, man open. That's Damian Ratley. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
29 is the Mike.
Bravo.
Hey, watch the slant. 29 is the Mike.
From the gun, Mayfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That could really, really be demoralizing.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Shoot. He's coming. We got double up.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
53.
Hey, echo.
It's just me and you.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Check. 53's Mike. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flushed out right. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, he breaks
hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
53 to Mike, 53.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. John Ross, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Let's get it.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
A good pickup there, a 22.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
40 to Mike, 40 to Mike. Smooth. I'm coming after you. Big head, big head, big head.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. It's caught by OBJ. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Good. 180. Hey, award 33.
Let's go, let's go.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the side.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Sheldon Richardson. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and the pressure gets to him again. Jannard Avery in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Good. 180.
Hey, get in the weight room. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Slam. Check 24.
A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch the edge.
Now Chubb. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the pass.
Point it right.
Throwing, Mayfield. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He finds his target, Beckham. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the ground, it's Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, we're going Mike 40, Mike 40.
Good.
Here's Mayfield. It's caught. Becker. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
2nd and 2 at the 5-yard line.
They come out here in the eye.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Hurry! Watch out!
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Tackle made by Demarius Randall. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Check 26, check 26. Shit.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's go. 15 on it. We ain't giving up nothing today. Sit. Hey, watch it. Watch out. Check. Set.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check, check. Check. Hatchet. Go. Get him. Shift. Pick the edge. Come.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 18-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Drop deep. 36. Switch. Kill.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now it's Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens, if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the second level, and now you've got a big place to run the football.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check. Check three, check three, check three.
A give right side now to Hunt. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's our time. Check it back, check it back.
Running with Howard. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
3rd down.
Ready. Now the rookie. 58, come on. You. Wide, get wide. Check 9, check 9.
Now Jackson steps away. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will take the lead at 13-10. They don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
You better get 29 is the mic. I'm here all day. Share. Kill.
Mayfield now rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
A give running right is Chubb. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd
That's
and
it.
5.
180. Pistol. Hurry.
In the face.
Hey, it's orbit.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine. I'll get him.
Hey, alert. I got it.
Mayfield looks to throw, sliding out of the pocket. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the first. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. David Onyemata, his 2nd sack of the night.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here we go. Let's go.
To try again after the sack. Mayfield will let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Flush to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Undercrush. Check three. Check 52. Go. Check three. 66.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They go with Howard again. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Alert!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they've got it just 2 yards away from the end zone. They'll have it 1st and goal here from the 2-yard line.
1st down and goal.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
40's mine. 40's the
Hey,
mine.
alert! Hey, Charlie!
40's the mine.
Hey, alert 33!
Right here.
Watch out!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Go, go.
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
Good. 180.
I'm coming after you.
Real.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. Come off the ball, hard.
Mayfield to throw it. The pass complete. It's Bird. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Mike 40, Mike 40.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Check Mike 40, check Mike 40. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep
To throw, Mayfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Mayfield's pass. Incomplete.
A great Monday night to wrap up the weekend football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Mike, number 53, Mike 53. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Jump.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. It's caught by Coleman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown... Those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check 31, check 31.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, 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 twist. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Mike,
Hey, exit.
watch one. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Alert flare, flare, flare.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. He'll buy some time right. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
Regular.
Right 40. Check. He's coming.
Hey, seam 6. Cut. My touch.
Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. He's got it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third and goal now in a one-score game. They'll look to throw. Now he's flushed out right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Miles Boykin, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it is good. So they take the lead, and now the pressure falls on their defense to try and hold on. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
180.
Hey, pick your game up.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Set. 180.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Even. 4 down. Even. Out. Pistol.
40's mark. 40's a mark. 40's a
6. Pull it high.
watch, quick.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Browns, they're on a nice early roll as they move...
championships. All my records go hard, it's a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me, I am up. Number one seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I boot it up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. If I miss, then my teammates got the blitz. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains,
Select the team you want to join.